I know it's too good to be true. You know. Hello everyone and welcome back to Pentiment. Unfortunately, Andreas' mother is no more. I don't know if I could have done anything to actually change that outcome. I'll probably have to play the game again and see if I can do it differently, right? But it is what it is for now, and we are put in the shoes of Magdalene, the printer's daughter, and I'm very curious to see how this will go. What's the direction, of the story? How much we're gonna find out from the past. What recurrent characters are still about. Yeah, it's still intriguing, even if, like I said, Andreas is not with us anymore, and I'm a little bit sad about that, you know? In a way, I wish I could have finished the game with him, but hey, like I said, that's for another playthrough. Let's crack on with this one. We've been tasked with grabbing some mural plans from the workshop and bring them to Magdalene's down at the Rao house. Let's see. This is an interesting way to start this with a fetch quest. I can't believe how quickly the leaves changed this year. Is this a bad omen already? It's nice to see some grain this time of year. Whorehound is one of the few plants that grows year-round here. Okay, I don't know that plant. Smoke is home. Is he still about? Oh, he is around. And Václav is back. Oh my god, look at that beard. So majestic. Let's see, what plant is this? It's nice to see some... Oh, okay. Right, let's have a little chat. Hello, Magdalene. Oh, so nothing too deep. Okay. At least we know Václav is back. Yeah. Interesting. I'm also curious if we're gonna have another murder mystery on our hands, and because this is the nature of the game, I would be surprised if not. So, but still, yeah, I'll shut up. Come on, let's go. Let's go get them plants. I'm a bit curious to walk around and see how can I interact with see some of the old faces and all that. But I'll probably do it after this. There we go. The Rat House mural sketches. I think this is what my dad wants. Yeah. Look at that doodle at the bottom right. I wonder what that is. I think these are all of the plants. Okay. What is this part of the plants? Oh no. The thread puller. He's still alive. And he says, stop. Well, she has an inquisitive mind, right? That's what we've been told. Oh. Or maybe this is for her dad, maybe? This isn't Dad's handwriting. I can actually kind of read this. Thank God he's a printer. Well, whatever. I'll bring it just in case. Alright, I better get these over to the rat house. Of course. Of course the thread puller is still about. Right. Let me just, I have to go and fix the lighting in there. The sun's gonna come out and it's gonna ruin everything, so I have to make sure it doesn't. Let's go up, let's see what we got. Very beautiful greens. Probably this is her room, right? Books. Nice. She's gonna take the baton from Andreas, but that didn't end well for him, so yes. Oh, that sign is new. I love it. I love the gold accent. Oh, let's go through town commons. I believe we can access the house from here as well, right? Artemis. Hello, Magdalene. Artemis. Who's Artemis? I don't recall. Artemis Gertnerin. Oh, yes. Daughter of Veronica and Big York Getner. Twin sister of Apollo. Wow. So, we have Apollo and Artemis. Huh, that's cool. At least some of the Getners survived. Right. Kreutzer house. What do we have? I think I can hear Endris. He survived. Okay, let's have a chat. Morning, Magdalene. Okay. Let's go to the Getner farm. I'm really curious. Who's there? Chickens! Oh, Il Peter's still about. Wow. The way he was wheezing and coughing the last time I saw him, I didn't thought he will survive. Veronica. Oh, wow. She looks so much older. Clara. Huh. Can go in their bedroom. Right. Let's have a chat. Hello, Magdalene. And you, anything? Hello. Nothing else. Okay. Nothing of note. Yep. Let's go back. We're gonna try to go to the rat house. Let's see. Oh, we can actually speak with Hans in depth. Hello, Magdalene. Hello, Hans. Did you need something? Kraft hasn't bothered you again, has he? Or gotten into some other trouble? Who's Kraft? It feels like I'm starting a new game. No, he's been fine, mostly. Good. That boy's a thorn in my boot. He's lazy, arrogant, doesn't care for his family. He'll bring shame to the Bauer name one day. Oh, okay. I avoid sticking my nose into people's affairs, but Martin... Okay. Anyway, didn't mean to complain. Until later, Magdalene. Okay. We got a little bit of exposition. Let's see, Simon. Oh, Hetty's here. She's gotten older as well. Hello, hello, hello. And Utah. Hello. Huh. Let's go towards Martin Bauer. Let's see. Who lives here now? Ruzika's house. This was Otilia's, right? Oh, wow. Voice love. No way. They started a family. God bless you, Magdalene. Oh, wow. This is so surprising. Yeah, I forgot his family name, right? It was Ruzika. Okay. Well, good for them, you know, rather than mess about. And, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Has nothing better to say. What about Vegeta? Hello, Magdalene. Nothing here. Oh, okay. Right, let's go back. Let's go back this way. And I wonder. I'm curious about the mill as well. What happened? Is there someone there? Maybe Paul. Oh, Andreas. They named. Who named their kid after? I hope it's after him. Hello. You can call me Magdalene, Andreas. Magdalene. Magda works too. Not Mags. Magda. There you go. What are you up to today? Drawing. Fitting. Of course he's drawing, right? Andreas is drawing. He's alive, everyone. Anything interesting? No. Secrets. Oh, I see. I'll leave you to it then. Okay, maybe I want to look at what secrets he's drawing. Who knows what we're going to find out. That's Pet. Pet the hound. Give a kisses to all that. That's a big hound, though, right? Height-wise. That's the meadow. Nope. Let's see inside the house. Let's see who's the miller now. Oh, Elsa. We have Elsa. We have Anna. We have Ulrich. Ulrich. Oh, let's see. Hello. I didn't want to go out, but probably they're not going to interact. Anyways, I can go this way as well. Outer farms. Oh. I don't remember this. Martha. Ursula. Hello, Magdalene. And this is Fabian. Oh, Fabian. Good morning. Hello. Okay. So Tossing is growing. Obviously. I mean, as it should. Come on. Oh, okay. Oh, that's trying to go down. Oh, wow. Okay. Very curious. It's like playing a new game. You know what I mean? Is that Paul? No, it's Odds. Sorry. What did I wanted to... What did I thought is Paul? My God, he's still being a proper douche. Hey, again, Mags. This is Odds. Oh my... Are you serious? I just told you not to call me that. And what are you all doing out here? Don't you have better things to do? What business is that of yours? Oh, wow. He's a proper prick, isn't he? Craft, not me. All my work's done, Mags. What do you care? It's not like you got important work to do, says Apollo. Oh my God. Oh, pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Pressing hold to confirm shows we have Tinker. Magdalene maintains and tinkers with a press and type, and sometimes work with Baltas. Who's Baltas? Domestics. Magdalene can handle anything connected with household or animal work. Bookkeeping. Magdalene is proficient with balancing numbers and general accounting of data and information. I mean, I'll give her her father's path, right? Especially if maybe she didn't get any brothers or sisters anymore, right? In the light of what's happened, maybe her father really pushed her toward this in a way, and I don't think it's a bad thing. So I'll go with this. I'll go with Tinker. Why not? I keep the press running for my dad, and I work with Baltas on his inventions. Oh, now I remember. Yeah, Baltas. That seems a little more important than standing around the commons in the middle of the day. Yeah, you tell him. Baltas' inventions are stupid. Doesn't seem like something a girl should be involved with, if you ask me. Apollo's being... Oh my God. Right, no one did. Calm down, Mags. You're going to get a reputation, says Otz. Too late to worry about that. She's already has an reputation. Oh, wow. So we have Barbs. Magdalene is skilled at stinging, countering, and otherwise deflating people in conversation. Magdalene likes to playfully tease and flirt with people. She's a strong negotiator, whether it comes to finances or other matters of trade. Has a penchant for sneaking around, eavesdropping on conversations, and passing gossip. Let's try something else. We've been a gossip with Andres. I'm gonna go with this. She grew up without a mom, you know? It does fit, maybe. It would make sense. I thought it was tough anyway back then. Let's go with this. Give her some barbs. At least I have a reputation. Oh, snap. If you die today, your epitaphs would read... 3 shitheads who spend every morning harassing girls in the commons. Whoa. Damn, that's a lot tougher than I assumed. Assuming you've got a grave, that is. Oh. More likely, they toss your worthless bodies on a compost heap and hope for a better return. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. Alright, we got it. Lay off. Did you get those things your dad wanted? See, at least the little pricks backed off. Yes, that's why I was on my way to the house. Hopefully I can drop this off and start my reading for the day. Reading? What book is so important that you need to get back to it? All of them, mate. Okay, so, Polyglot. She can't speak any foreign languages other than Italian, but she can read a little of almost all of them. Well, I'm identifying as that. She's familiar with the most popular common books of the day, assorted trivia, almanacs, common knowledge, and scatological stories. Reformation. Magdalene has read a wide range of contemporary books on the Reformation and Counter-Reformation. Oh, wow. So we're still on about this, of course. I mean, yeah, it's rife. Interesting. Volksbücher. Bücher. How's that you? Right. Oh, I'm itching to go with this one, and I will. The Lying of John Chrysostom by Martin Luther. Oh, straight away we go with Martin Luther. Wow. Yeah, his name wasn't dropped in a while. Priest and professor of theology at the University of Wittenberg. Controversial for his opinions on the church sale of indulgence to forgive sin, which were recently published and distributed throughout the empire. Look at their eyes. Otto's eyes, at least. Sounds boring and bad, says Kraft. Luther criticizes the church for telling impossible stories about the saints. Don't let Father Thomas know you're reading that, says Apollo. Why? Would he object to people questioning if Saint Moritz and Saint Sacha really performed all those miracles? Yes, I think that's probably what he would be mad about, says Otts. Don't you read all sorts of books about trees and birds and whatever? Yes, trees and birds and whatever. That's right. People are finally writing down what they see in nature instead of copying something a Greek imagined centuries ago. Holy shit, she's savage. I like her. Do you have any books on frogs? What? Apollo, never mind. Okay, I'm gonna remember that. Wait, Otts, aren't you supposed to be at that house too? You're on the council. Sure, but it's pointless without your dad's plans. Let's go. Maya, this little prick is on the council. Oh, wow. Okay, here we are. Hey, Klaus got older. I don't understand how we're still arguing about this. So, we have Werner, Big Jorg, Father Thomas, Klaus. That looks, I don't know, Paul? I'm not sure. I keep saying Paul, I forgot how he's looking, how he looks like. This mirror should depict the truth. What we know is the truth. Thomas, I don't think it's so simple, Klaus. It is, Paul. Are you afraid of angering our Lord, Father Thomas? I think Father Thomas means that the truth is not so easily agreed upon, says Werner. Big Jorg, I don't know. I'm tired of arguing. I just wanted to look nice and show what happened. Magdalene, thank you for bringing these. Maybe illustrations will succeed where talking has failed. I'm done arguing with them. I'll see you at home for supper. Okay, so he's even leaving, right? Okay. It's alright, Magdalene. You don't need to see... We don't need to see the drawings. It's not that we don't understand what he's trying to do. I didn't realize we had upset him so much. Sounds like things got worse after I left. Well, we've been arguing about this for almost 2 hours. For all the good he did us, he hasn't budged. What's the point of talking if you can't make any progress, says Werner. Thomas, Magdalene, could you speak to your father, helping see things from our point of view? Right, I think she would go with the first one, right? Father Thomas, I don't even know what you're arguing about, so how can I take a side? What is your point of view? Klaus has very strong opinions on how the history of Tassing of Hirsau Abbey should be portrayed. And those portrayals may upset some of our neighbors. Isn't the real concern that is going to upset the Lord? Isn't everyone really worried about him coming here someday and seeing the revolt memorialized on the wall? You keep saying that we all disagree with him. I don't think I do, not entirely. What do you think, Jorg? Says Magdalene. I know I'm not the smartest man in this room, but I know what happened to my own dad. I know what he did. It doesn't feel right to ignore what happened to him, what happened to Otto. Look, you all knew my dad. I never had a chance, says Ots. I don't want to make the people in this town angry. I don't want to make our Lord angry. Maybe that's why you've grown into such a, little prick, because you grew without your dad. It's totally plausible, I guess. None of us do, but maybe there's a way to tell his story in a way that's true without upsetting anyone. So, it's all very complicated, you see, Magdalene? Try to get him to consider a portrayal of our history that's a little less inflammatory. As the paper changed, I think the paper changed, it got a little bit whiter compared to what it was before. Or it's just in my head. I don't know. Wow, okay. I don't want to be prickly about this. He's a priest. Yeah. The priest in those times, he's a high figure, so you don't necessarily want to go and do that. Yeah, my father was deeply affected by the revolt. It won't be easy to convince him of anything. The revolt was a major event for everyone in Tassing. I know how hard it was for him. We need to come to an agreement or call off the mural entirely, says Werner. He's been waiting to paint this mural for years. You can't tell him no all of a sudden, says Magdalene. Paul, then help us. Your father will listen to you. Alright, I won't promise anything though. He's already hard enough to convince. Now I'm going back home. This mess has taken up too much of my day already. Let's go home. Oh, that's so beautiful. We have a new way of keeping time. It looks more like a clock, right? Modern day clock. There we go. Let's have a little chat with Klaus. Thank you for bringing the drawings to the rat house. I'm sorry it was a waste of time. Those men don't know what they want. When I tell them what I'm trying to do, they get scared. Then they talk and talk and talk and talk. They talk all day and we're never any closer to a decision. I'm sick of it. Sick of the whole thing. I'm not sure if I want to influence him in any way, you know what I mean? But maybe this spells for trouble on the horizon for him. If he does that, maybe somebody won't like it, take offense, and maybe, I don't know, we're gonna see something happen to him. It's so easy now to see that if this, it doesn't feel like it's all about closure, right? What we're doing now, playing as her. So there's bound to be another murder coming. So yeah, I don't want Klaus to be the victim, though. I mean, I don't want anyone to be the victim, but if there's bound to be one, I don't want Klaus to be. I mean, let's go with this. Can you just start working on it? If they don't like it, they'll have to figure it out for themselves. I could, but the first payment requires the council's approval. Damn it, I don't even care about the money. Maybe you're right. To hell with them. Oh no. I hope I didn't do something really wrong. I didn't realize you were so upset about it. We hear all of these stories about what this place was, how it came to be. And it feels like history is something that happened before, happened to other people. But 18 years ago, we lived through something, you and I, everyone in Tassing. Everyone wants to forget about it, pretend it didn't happen. You don't? No, I don't, says Klaus. All those years ago, I did nothing. I was worried for you, worried for Benjamin and Rachel and Esther. Let's put a name. Yeah, I remember. So Esther is the daughter, right? That we saw being born the night we accused Guy. I was so afraid that I'd lose you. I wouldn't have been able to bear it. In the end, so many people died anyway. Peter and Ulrich and Andreas and all of the others. So we have Peter, Ulrich, that we... I mean, Peter, it was obvious, right? Like I said, that was his way of probably ending everything because he couldn't stand it anymore. Couldn't stand the fact that Abbott gets to live, I guess. And we lived. Oh. Well, he does seem like he suffers from a little bit of survivor's guilt. Maybe. But everyone says that it wouldn't have made any difference. If you and the others have fought, you would have died. I would have died. Maybe I could have stopped him from going to the mill. Or maybe we could have stopped the peasants from burning it down. But we'll never know. Is this what this is about, this mural? It's a chance to put something down in a place where everyone can see. If people start to forget, this will remind them. We were here. This happened. If I don't do it, who will? Don't let it get to you, though. Too late. Oh, shit. Well, at least try to get a good night's rest. Maybe things will be better once everyone slept on it. I hope so, says Klaus. All the arguing has left me beat. I'm going to bed early. Alright, I'm going to stay up for a bit and write a letter to Esther, right? Okay. Good. Please say hello to her from me. And her parents. I know that. Good night, Magdalene. I love you. Oh, this is so wholesome. I love you too. Does look like he's been a very good father, you know, and he instilled proper values in her. We did some pics earlier, but still. All this running around has left me tired too. It'll be nice to sit down at my desk and just write for a while. Okay. Ah, there we go. That's her desk. Oh, so the bedroom upstairs is her father's. Okay. Let's write to Esther. Let's go. All right, where to begin? I should write to Esther. Dearest Esther, I hope you and your family are well. Dad sends his regards to your parents, like usual. I've spent the last few days collecting oak galls with Sister Gertrude. I don't suppose you have the chance to do that in Prague. Also, they're in Prague. Yeah. Sister Gertrude has been teaching me how to grind them into a smooth ink. It's difficult work, but you'll find no better ink anywhere in Bavaria. I'll send along a bottle with this letter. That's so generous of her. Oh, did I mention Dad started a new project? He's painting a mural of Tassing's history in our new house to memorialize the revolt. The whole thing has me thinking about my own family history, past, present, and future. I'm one that strongly thinks that we have to travel, see the world, you know, to educate ourselves, and not just holidays, because if you spend in a place, you spend time in a place for a holiday, you don't get to see the real place, if it makes any sense. I certainly try to do that with my life, and I'm speaking about the real life, yes. And I think I'm a better man for it. What I mean by that is, certainly I'm less ignorant. I'm more accepting of others and, you know, stuff of this ilk. So yeah, traveling does a lot of good for anyone. And that's a very strong belief that I have, you know. I do see the other side of it, you know, the other side of the coin. Some people are not made for this and they like to stay put. I've met people that never left the city where I grew up. I've met people that never left the city that I live in. So it's not that uncommon, yeah? Or the area, let's say the county or something like that. So I understand. So a little bit of subjectivity will and bias will seep in, and I will go with this. I don't think I want to stay in Tassing forever. It's a quaint place to grow up, but I'm 20 now. That says I should take over the shop, but I want to do more with my life. Not just take over a print shop in some tiny town in the Alps. That's gonna crush him, right? Because now she's the only child. If I married a master printer, then I could become part of the Printers Guild. Then I'll be able to send Dad my extra earnings and make a name for myself in one of the cities. And yes, before you break the nib off your pen, I will come visit you in Prague, I promise. I'll try to make time to visit before winter. Life has been bustling here. Dad's been busy with the Rat House mural, so I pressed by mistake, sorry. I'm sure it will be a sight to behold once it's finished. I do apologize for that. I don't know why. I don't usually do this. I am playing straight after the last episode, and I realized I can't really play such longer sessions like I used to, you know, a couple of years back. Some health issues are preventing me from doing that, so yeah. But hey, I was so curious to see how this is going. Write back to me soon. All my love, Magda. That was a very heartfelt letter. And it's already October, so she wants to go to Prague. Huh, very interesting. Go to bed. Okay. So let's sleep. It's late. I should get some rest soon. Yeah, let's go. I'll have time to explore more tomorrow. I hope. There we go. Shoes off. We're now washing our feet after being outside all day in that dust. You imagine the roads were very different than what we know. Anyways, not judging. Ah, says Klaus. Oh shit, Dad. Dad! Magdalene! Dad! Hang on, I'm coming. Oh, I know, it's too good to be true. You know. Dad! Klaus, Magdalene. Oh no. What happened? Are you alright? You're bleeding. Someone came into the house. They hit me over the head. I'll go get Dr. Stoltz. Try not to move, Dad. Magdalene, it's not safe. Whoever attacked me. This wound is too deep for me to take care of you on my own, and we need Dr. Stoltz. Magdalene, be careful. I will. I'll be right back, I promise. I also noticed that thing because I actually saw it, you know, the dawdle, right? That's been taken as well. I freaking called it, man. I think there's a lot of stake here, and yeah, I can see why. Well, at least he's not dead. Do you know why anyone would want to attack you, Klaus? Asked Paul. No, maybe someone didn't like one of the books I sold them. Are you sure you didn't see a shadow and hit your head on the printing press, says Big Jorg? Oh my god, this guy. Come on, Jorg. You saw the workshop. Somebody was looking for something, says Otz. A burglar? In Tarsing? That's preposterous, says Thomas. No, we only have killers and puppeteers and whatever. Well, if it wasn't an attack, what was it, says Paul. Enough. It was a deliberate blow to the head. Unless any of you wish to debate my diagnosis, says Werner. Exactly. You tell him. No, of course. No. As I thought. Truthfully, Klaus, I'm surprised the blow didn't kill you. You have a strong skull. It's a grave injury, Magdalene. You'll need to help take care of your father. And I can't help to notice the fact that it's the same type of blow to the head that we encountered at the beginning. Right? With the Baron? I will. Whatever I need to do. Good. Says Werner. Of course, the mural will have to be called off now. Klaus, you absolutely cannot get out of bed. Oh no. Magdalene can do it, maybe? No. It has to be done. This is too important. Just give me more time to rest. I'll find a way to make it work. I don't think we need to cancel the entire project. Can't we just wait, says Big Jorg. Klaus, your health comes first. Anyway, we haven't even been able to agree on what the mural should be, said Paul. Thomas, indeed, it might be best to abandon the entire idea. You're so eager, Thomas, to see this project cancelled, aren't you? With respect, Father Thomas, you are not on this council, says Werner. Yes, yes, just offering an opinion. Because of course he as the priest, you know, of the settlement. Of course he's going to be in high regards and he can influence people, so yeah. And of course, there we go, Magdalene, I can paint a mural. What? Mags, quit joking around. Well, I know you want to help your dad, but aren't you too young for something this big? Asked brother Big York. Yeah, let's not make this about odds, although I would love to, because he does seem a bit useless. I mean, he's trying his best to upset her, you know. I'm old enough to run the print shop by myself, and Dad trusts me to illustrate the books. Isn't that enough? Painting a mural this large and complicated will take a lot of skill and expertise, says Paul. So that's why we were having your dad make it? He's been making art forever. Werner, I agree with Paul. Clothes needs home care. You're best suited for that, Magdalene, not a mural. Oh, why? She's a woman? What is that supposed to mean? Yeah. Well, I'm sure you're up for it. Physically, I mean, of course. Of course. It's quite demanding. You'd be up on scaffolding and could fall. Ooh. Oh my god. Are you not listening to me? I've already been doing this work for years. I know what it takes. Dad knows what it takes. Do you? I can do it, Dad. Klaus doesn't say anything. If you don't trust Magdalene to do the mural, to hell with the law of you. Yes, thank you. That's being a father. Not what that bastard Mueller said to his son. Klaus! Thomas, he really doesn't want this project to go forth. If you don't trust her, you don't trust me. I'll never do any work for this council again. Alright, I say we let her. Hey, finally he's useful. It doesn't look like we have much of a choice, says Paul. Very well, says Werner. Big York, alright Magdalene, you can do it. No, now I can do it. But you still need to talk to us about what you're doing, alright? Fine, but I'm taking Dad's ideas into account, of course. Well, we'll figure it out, says Paul. Thanks, Magdalene, says Big York. Rest up, Klaus. Klaus, I'll do my best, York. Magdalene, just a moment, says Werner. Yes, what is it? I didn't want to say this in front of your father or the others. Your father's lucid right now, but his injury is severe. Oh, shit. I mean, if there's bleeding on the skull and it's not, and they can't relieve that, you know, that pressure on the brain. His current demeanor is misleading. Oh no. I know the injury is severe, Werner. I saw all the blood. Magdalene, there's damage to his brain. Wow, how can he tell though? I'm curious. Like an actual question. He may have a few weeks, maybe even a few months left. But he's not going to survive. Can we take him to see a surgeon? There we go. No, he can't be moved in this condition. Can the surgeon come here? I don't know. Try everything at least. In fact, he shouldn't move at all. Even if he could, I don't think the finest Italian surgeons would know how to deal with trauma like this. So, he's just going to die. And there's nothing I can do about it. You can make him comfortable and you can enjoy the time you have left. Fair enough. I can help with palliative care. Wow. But time will run out before long. I'm sorry, Magdalene. Oh. Werner seemed to be less hateful than before. Dad needs to be able to see the mural in its finished form. Okay, so we're gonna have to rush it. But I don't know how much time he has left. Werner said it could be a few months or... God protect him. I'll pick up where Dad left off. He wanted to paint the history of Tassing from its earliest days to the revolt. I'll start with the earliest part of Tassing's history. The pagan tribes and the Romans. Oh my god. Maybe that's what the note we found, right? From the Fred Puller, you know, to stop. You know, it was obviously a warning for Klaus, right? To stop trying to paint the truth. Then I'll move on to the founding of the Abbey and Tassing's saints. After that, I should find a way to represent our recent history. Depicting the revolt is important to that. People in Tassing might know some of the town's history, but not all of it. That said, the library in Kirsau had those records. He was going to write to the last prioress to see if she had any information. I should write to her now while I'm thinking about it. Okay, cool. So let me just see. Let's have a little look at the journal. Mother Lunata was the last librarian and prioress at KSL. That thinks she may know something about Tassing's early history that could help me with a mural. I should write to her now. Okay, cool. So let's do just that. All right, where to begin? That told me that the last prioress at KSL knew something about the old history of Tassing. He said she became the abbess of a convent in Bologna, Mother Illuminata. So she went to Bologna, one of the largest cities in Italy. Bologna has been the center of arts for centuries. It houses a well-known university which was home to both Dante and Petrarch. Okay. It's a nice place to be, I guess. Yes, at Santa Margherita, I should write to her. A small town in the Republic of Genoa, along the coast of the Ligurian Sea. Oh my god, such a beautiful place. That's a nice change of air, right? Going from the Alps to the sea. Okay. Let's go with the first one, right? Let's acknowledge all of that. Mother Illuminata, Abbess of Santa Margherita, formerly Prioress of Chiesa Abbey. Yeah, I'll go with the first one. My name is Magdalene Druckeryn. I do not believe we ever met, as I was very young when you left Chiesa. You were acquainted with my father. He bought many books from the library before the terrible fire consumed the place. I'm writing because my father and I are creating a mural in the Tassing Rathaus. I'm going to tell the history of our community and of Kirsau as well. We have only legends and folklore since, of course, all of Kirsau's books were destroyed in the fire. I was hoping you could tell us something about the early history of the town when the Romans were here. If you know anything about the early history of the abbey itself, we would also be glad to hear of it. We would appreciate any help you could give us, and we hope you are well. Very nicely put. And I love the fact that, I mean, the stakes are very high here because you want, for posterity's sake, right? You want people in the future to actually, you know, have these records as close as possible to reality, from my point of view, right? At least. So I can't see eye to eye with Father Thomas on this one, clearly. I don't like the way he's so hell-bent to actually manipulate the truth. I'm not taking free shots of religion, but I've seen this happening a lot throughout history. Religion, from many points of view, held back, you know, a lot of advancements, you know? Consider them heresy and all that, but you're not here for that. Okay. Yeah, we can go with that. No, I'm gonna go with this. My father always spoke highly of you, especially how you cared for the library and its books. God bless you. Magdalene. There we go. Go to sleep again. If I want to finish the mural before Christmas, I should start planning tomorrow. Okay. I should head to bed and get as much rest as I can. Yeah, we will do that. See, I said I will be able to explore, but I wasn't. Let's go to sleep. The same animation. I hope the killer, let's say, won't come back to try and finish the job, right? Now she will be in danger. 24th, 25th of October, 26th, what's going on? 27, 28. Hello? 6th of November. Whoa. Reich Postman. Mistress Druckeryn, I have a few letters here addressed to you. Oh, that's why. For the purpose of the letters. Salvaguardia, it says. I love that coat of arms. Very interesting. I'm trying to make... Oh, well. I'll look, I'll screenshot it when I'm editing, and I'll try to find, you know, as much information as possible, you know, because I bet it's accurate, right? Take care now. Thank you, sir. I mean, in that time and age, there's been so many coat of arms, you can't possibly memorize all of them. Mother Illuminata wrote back to me. I hope her response helps me paint the mural. Oh, there she is. Mistress Druckeryn, thank you for your letter. I hope this reply finds you and your father in good health. Well, at least half of it is true. Let's see. Because they're in Italy, I love the fact that I think they put some oranges there. I remember you both, as your father would carry you between the rows of our library in its final years. I also remember your late mother and brother, God keep their souls. But we did have some books that discussed Tassing's past. It's likely they were as mythological as what your neighbors believe. That said, I remember one of the peasants, Tilmon Kreutzer, read about the history of the town. Oh yeah, the shepherd, right? I know he died during the revolt, but perhaps his family knows some of what he learned. Huh. I should also say it's not true that all of Kiesau's books were destroyed by the fire. Andreas Mahler managed to save some from the flames, God rest his soul. Yeah, we saw he dropped a couple, at least 3 or 4, right? I put them at the door before going back and dying. In the aftermath of that terrible night, cataloguing and preserving the surviving books was not at the top of any of our minds. Well, should have been, maybe. I don't know. Even so, this topic has stirred a memory within me. Several years before the fire, there was a death at Kiesau, the murder of Baron Rothvogel. He had mentioned something about finding a copy of Historia Tassiae, a comprehensive chronicle of your home. Yes, full circle we're going, right? I had forgotten about it until now because the murder dominated all of our thoughts in the days and weeks that followed. It troubles me now because I recall that the late Father Matthias was also reading a copy of Historia Tassiae shortly before he died. We never accounted for either book's whereabouts. They may have been hidden somewhere in the library and went up with everything else. Perhaps Prior Ferenc took it from the Baron after the murder. Ferenc had an interest in books of all sorts, of course, but it seems like an odd thing to do in the moment. Then again, only God knows what he did and why he did it. Miklaus Haberl? I can't pronounce it. Miklaus Haberl. Oh, I can't pronounce it. Let's stick with Miklaus. The Baron's manservant, believe it, may have been stolen by the town thief, Martin Bauer, but he's dead as well. If Martin is still alive, I would ask him if he knows where the book is. Hopefully, he didn't trade it for a mug of beer on his way out of Tassing. Well, it's been so many years, though. At least, 18, 19 years. If the man has passed from this world, perhaps his family knows where the book wound up. As for the history of the Abbey, I fear that was also lost in the blaze. However, as sacristan, Prior Matthew learned a great deal about the subject. I have not kept in contact with him, but I know that he is now the Archdeacon of Sion. Once a free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, Sion became the capital of Valais when the canton joined the Swiss Confederacy following the Swabian War in 1499. He is no longer a Benedictine, but uses his family name, Fossigny. Oh my god. If you write to him soon, your letter may reach him before snow covers What was it? Again, I pressed it too fast. What's wrong with me today? Please convey my best wishes to your father. He was a good friend to the Abbey and its better years. Yeah, my hands tend to go into like a spasm. And then I do that involuntarily. So I do apologize about that. It will be repeated again when he leaves. Despite the violence that occurred, I hold no ill will toward anyone from passing. I pray that you have seen better days since that night and that God forgives the many errors we made. God bless us. God bless you as well. Oh, there's an orange tree right outside her window. Mother Illuminata, Abbess of Santa Margherita. That's so cool. Oh, Esther wrote to me as well. I love how they decided to do this. Very cool. Rather than, you know, write off a piece of paper. A lot more interactive, you know, a lot more immersive. My dear Magda. Of course, there's a press right there. My parents were glad to hear from your father. Please tell him they wish to hear from him soon. Oh, they don't know of what happened, right? Speaking of printing, your ink was well received indeed. I've made several prints with it. They look lovely on the wall. Alicia has taken to making his own ink from scraps he found around the house after he saw yours. Mother was furious when he spent several pfennigs trying to find lapis at the market. She sent him scrubbing the floors for it. It took him 3 days. I'm glad you're keeping busy even though it keeps you from visiting. Father says we'll have room whenever you decide to make an appearance. Though really, if you don't plan to stay in Tassing, you ought to come sooner rather than later. Oh? There are plenty of beautiful young Christian men around town. Printers and academics alike. Of course, I mean, Prague is a hub of a cultural hub, right? Of the Holy Roman Empire and Europe as well. Like I said, I have a lot of I admire a lot Charles IV for what he did in Bohemia and especially in Prague. Right, Prague is a good city for me as well. Before the expulsion, there was a handsome man at the synagogue, Simon, who caught my eye. His father is a merchant and he's a doctor. He went to the University of Padua. Can you believe it? I'd like to marry him if I can find him again. Anyway, I think you'd have even better luck than me. The boys would swoon at a beautiful blonde artist from the Alps. Please keep us abreast of your father's mural. We'll have to come see when it's finished. Blessings, Esther. And that's that with the letters, I see. I'll have to write Esther back tonight. I should head home and check on that. Also Matthew, right? We have to write a couple of letters. Hey Dad, how are you feeling? Magdalene. Sitting upright is still a struggle, I'm afraid. The dizziness makes my stomach turn, so I'd rather not eat at the moment. Are you sure? I can bring up something light, like milk or broth. No, I can't stomach anything just yet. Oh, wow. Well, tell me, where are you off to? I need to get started in the first part of the mural today, the old history. Mother Illuminata didn't know much about Tassing's early history, but she did give me a few places to start. I'm going to ask Blacktail if his grandfather told him any stories. Illuminata said that he used to read about the Romans. Mother Illuminata, Magdalene. Right, yes, Mother Illuminata, come on. We can't be talking to him right now like that. And he's been a good father and he's dying, crying out loud. Young Kreutzer has mentioned those tales from time to time. Yes, he comes by to borrow books now and then. Usually when he's found some interesting old ruin out in the fields. You might ask him about that. Okay. Il Peter's always from harumphed about how no one paid attention to the old ways anymore too. Yeah, he was... he seemed to be a devout pagan, right? I'm sure he'll have some stories to tell you about old Tassing. You might stop to talk to him. I'm surprised he's still alive. But he's so mean, yeah, well, needs must, young Magdalene, right? I didn't think of that. Thanks, Dad. Of course, Magda. It's nice to feel useful, even if I'm stuck here in bed. Nonsense, I'm just glad you're awake. You might talk to Smokey, too. The old chuckle burner seems to know more about what's in the woods around town than anyone else. That, and he's a known gossip. Yeah, we remember that one. He's always been kind to me when I chat with him. I'm certain he'll know something about the ruins. You may hear something worth your while, at any rate. I'll go talk to him. What about the ruins or the mines? I can't just use books and stories alone. Oh wow, we're gonna visit the ruins. I want to explore whatever is left over from the Romans and before. The salt mine and Roman ruins are the oldest parts of Tassing, so it only makes sense to see what they left behind. Aren't they dangerous, especially a salt mine? Ah, you're taking after your mother. She was always thorough in her research. You always said that's what good artists do, Dad. Be careful, alright? I know the twins mess around near the salt mine, but I don't want you to get hurt. Yeah. I don't know why Jorg doesn't keep them in line. Always making trouble, those two. Let's go with this. At least Artemis actually knows how to read. I don't think Apollo can even spell his name. The boy struggles with his letters, Magdalene. Don't shame him for it. Not everyone is a printer's daughter. That's fair. Don't be condescending. And don't use your knowledge like that. That's fair enough. Don't forget your other chores while you're running around town, alright? We still have a household to run. Don't worry, I'll get everything done. That's my girl, says Klaus. I better get going if I want to do all of that today. I'll see you later, Dad. Good luck, Magdalene. Okay, we have a lot to do. A lot to do. So, let's check the journal. Okay. Mother Lunata letter suggests that Martin Bauer or his family might have a book on Tassing's history. She also thought I should write to Matthew, because as old Christian, about the Christian history of the town. Il Peter has been around forever. He might remember some of the old stories. Blacktail's grandfather read a lot about Blacktail's grandfather read a lot about Tassing's history. Maybe he's made it a family tradition. And Smokey Kohler spends all his time in the forest. I think he might know something interesting about the ruins. Or the mines, for that matter. Okay, and now we speak about the letter from Mother Illuminata. Okay. Martin as a lead. And this is completed. Okay. So we have to go around town and just ask people, right? Now let's get on with it. Let's see. Can I write to Matthew? I can't. Let's just sleep and forget everything. Forget the chores. Let's see. Can I do anything in the house? I can't really do anything. Oh, they were on the floor. Okay, the doodle is back. Because they were searching for something probably. Right. Maybe before the mural. Let's go to Town Commons. Ots! Oh my god, again with the mags. Got your way with the mural, huh? I didn't expect you to convince the council like that. You think that little of me? No, I'm impressed. The rest of the council has been arguing over the matter for so long, even I couldn't get a word in. Then you came in and shut them up in a few minutes. We could use more women like you in the town. There are plenty of opinionated women in town. Want to let us join the council? Well, you'd have to take that up with the lords. Besides, I don't think any of them are as hard-headed as you. You're the exception, Magdalene. Yeah, you always are. Oh, a bit infatuated, are we? Clearly you've forgotten about Agnes. Oh, I remember her. She doesn't suffer for fools gladly. That's not what I meant. She's not... Oh, never mind. Forget about it. Yeah, I see what you're doing here, kiddo. Anyway, standing up to the council like that was great. I know I'm on the council, but sometimes it doesn't seem like I have any influence. What actually seems insecure about his place on the council? Yeah, let's not be that that guy. You know, if he's a proper, you know, asshole, we shouldn't be an asshole as well. He may be an ass sometimes, but I don't like to see him so upset. Maybe I should reassure him. You do though. You vouched for me to do the mural in the first place. Only after your dad did. I still feel bad about that. I should have stuck up for you. Being the youngest one on the council has been harder than I thought. I know Bartos and Werner don't think I'm capable. And even Paul has warned me about being too rash. My dad died trying to make a difference in this town. All I'm trying to do is carry on his legacy, but it seems like the others won't make room for any change. Wow, that's actually pretty interesting way of seeing things, right? And the correct way. Seeing how Otto died. Keep pushing odds. They're stuck in the past, but we're looking towards the future of Tarsing. Thanks, Magdalene. Ah, there we go. Some respect. It will take time, but maybe they'll listen to me eventually. Oh well, better get back to it. See you later, Mags. Whatever he does, man. Okay. Let's go. Let's go and see. Try and see what we can find at the farms. Okay, there we go. Martin Bauer. That's what I wanted. Let's have a little chat with them. Martin's about? Let's see. Well, Martin. Morning, Magdalene. How's Klaus? Enduring. Even when his speech is slurred, he keeps a cheerful heart. I don't know what life would be like without him. Klaus is a good man, Magdalene. Tassing is a better place thanks to him. He's one of the few in Tassing who hasn't been on my back all this time. What do you mean? Don't pretend like you haven't heard. Townsfolk have whispered shit about me for years. Well, they have the reason to. So what if I occasionally get into a few brawls? I'm an honest man. I wasn't involved with what happened to Otto Zimmerman. I supported his cause. I've pulled my weight around here. Tilled the soil, salted the meats, provided for Brigitta and Kraft. I've done enough back-breaking work for this family. Can't a man just have a goddamn rest? Oh, wow. Maybe we want to stay on their good side because we have clearly a vested interest here, so... I believe you, Martin. You seem like you could use a respite. Damn right. Right, I've lost enough time to this as it is. Time for you to go. What? No, wait. I almost forgot the reason I came to you. I'm trying to learn about the history of Tassing. I was told you could help. Me? What do I know about history? Yeah, let's be nice. Let's be nice. We've now learned that it will probably help us later on to convince him or something. I don't know. But let's be nice for now, at least. Let's be very political about it. Mother Illuminata told me you borrowed a book of local history from Baron Rothvogel. Mother Illuminata? Oh, you mean one of the old nuns from the convent? Sure, a book. I might have taken it back then. He has no clue. That was a lifetime ago. I can't remember the book or what I did with it. Those years are a blur. Probably threw it away somewhere or left it at home. Wouldn't have been much for me to do with the book. I can't read. Too unique for me to have sold too. No one outside Tassing cares about its history anyway. Aww. Maybe I should ask Brigitta if she remembers anything about it. Sure, couldn't hurt. It was decades ago, but she's the one who remembers shit. This is honest. Thanks for the help, I guess. Uh-huh. If there's nothing else, I've got work to do. Until later, Martin. Till then. Let's go. Brigitta, you're the one with the memory, right? Magdalene, how are you keeping? I'm eager to continue work on the mural. I have so much to do before Christmas. I'm certain it will be the pride of Tassing when you're through. You've always had your mother's talent for art. And how is your dad? You're one of the only people who ask how I'm doing before asking about my dad. I know how it is to be the sole caregiver. Yourself disappears behind the needs of the person you're looking after. That's very true. I worry about you, carrying that weight alone. I remember when my dad fell. We cared for him best we could, but those few months before he passed away were a tough time for everyone. But I believe God will pull your dad through whatever the doctors say. Whatever the doctor says, we need him. Well, I remember the last, I think months, even weeks before my granddad died of prostate cancer. It's horrible for him, for everyone around, you know. So I fully understand this bit. God willing, you're right. I'm at his mercy. I didn't want to complain too much, you know. I'll internalize all of that. God willing, amen. But wait, I came here, yeah, for something else. Have you thought about what you'll do if your dad doesn't come through this? I'll go with this one. Dad want me to keep up the printing press. Wouldn't that be a sight? Are you sure you could handle it? It's a lot to manage on your own. Well, she said she's already doing it, so. But you're a good girl, Magda. There are any number of families in Tassing who'd be happy to take you. You have someone in mind, don't you? You must mean Ots. He's about as subtle as his father. Rest Otto's soul. God rest Otto's soul, yeah. I miss him. Let's use this. I didn't use it in a while. It has to bubble up from time to time, right? Ots doesn't know what he wants. Some days I'm amazed he can button his own pants. The way Eva... the way Eva hovers, right? Helicopter parents. I'm well aware about that, and I'm trying my best not to do that to my daughter, you know? Who's to say she doesn't do it for him? It was the same with Otto and Eva. We all knew he was hers from the start. I mean, I think Andras could have meddled there, if I remember correctly. As Otto appears to be yours. But if nothing ever comes of that, know that you're always welcome in my family, Magda. Kraft's nice, hard-working boy. He's got a sharp mind. He can provide for the family. What about going to Prague? How about that? Are you trying to set me up with your son? Can you blame a mother for trying? You're a good, respectable girl, Magna. Any family would be lucky to have you as a daughter. I don't mean to be rude, but I'd prefer decide in my own time. Alright, I'll let it lie. Please. You know, not every marriage may start off on solid footing. Well, but if you pray and work and trust in the Lord, you can find it in time. And your husband, your dick of a husband gets killed and someone else with that's a little bit better impersonates him. Yeah, hell. Your marriage can survive. Believe me. I don't want to antagonize them because I really want to find out more about, you know, that book, or I don't know. Let's go with this. It's very insightful, right? If it's not working out, how can you be sure a couple belongs together? That's a very, very good question to ask. Oh, yeah, of course. God knows. He brings people together for a purpose. Yeah, okay. No comment. We don't need to understand that, only to have faith in Providence. Okay. In any case, I should get back to the chores. Remember what I said. Whatever happens, you're always welcome in my home. There we go. Oh, before I forget, I actually had a question about an old book. Martin is supposed to have stolen it from the Baron who was killed years ago. Do you know what happened to it? Oh, I hope this doesn't get me in trouble. But I still have it hidden in a drawer. Nice. Martin left it behind when he ran off. So we got the history of Tassiae. Should we uncover the truth and tell her she's with an imposter? I mean, in a way, I think she deserves to know the truth. Maybe she's already aware of it. They shouldn't split up because I don't want... Probably she doesn't want to become homeless, but still... Let's go with this. He went to all the trouble to take it, but didn't bring it along. Martin was a thief, but he wasn't stupid. I'm not sure. I'm sure he realized no one would believe he'd come by the book honestly, so he couldn't sell it. Why did you keep it? What was I supposed to do? The Baron was killed soon after, and there I was, holding his stolen book. I didn't want Martin to get in any more trouble than he was already in. I never read it, though. I don't read well. Can I have it? I don't know, says Brigitte. See, this is what I mean. I don't want to lie. I need to reference it for the mural. But won't everyone wonder where you got the ideas? I've been talking to the people all over town. They'll think I get the ideas from them. Oh, alright. Phew. Oh my god, I thought I'm not gonna get away with it. I like to have nothing more to do with it, to be frank. It reminds me of difficult times. A stolen book of a dead nobleman in our home. Perhaps it spoiled our milk and turned our eggs all these years. Yeah. If you say so. But here you are. Please, don't tell anyone I had this. I won't. Ah, Historia Tassiae. A little refresher, an account of the early history of Tassing. Kissau's previous abbot, Father Matthias, had a copy. Baron Rothvogel brought another to the abbey as a gift. I'm so glad we got this. It's in Latin, which I don't read well. I'll puzzle over it in the evening. Thank you, Brigitte. You've been a big help. Of course, Magda. Be well now. God bless. You too, Brigitte. Until later. But I really hope, the Fred Puller won't target her, you know? I really hope so. Let's see. Okay, so we have a copy of Historia Tassiae that Martin has stolen from the Baron when the Baron visits Tassing. Okay, I should sit down to read it thoroughly soon. Perhaps I'll learn something for the mural. But yeah, but she doesn't really read in Latin, does she? Okay, so we're done with Martin Bauer. Let's go and speak with Il Peter, then Blacktail, and so on and so forth. Right? Until we find an option that actually passes time. Why not? Wait a minute. I think we can reach... Wait, not this way. Here we are at the Getner's farm. And there's Il Peter. Whittling away that wood. Hello, Peter. Can I talk to you for a moment? What's that? Can I talk to you for a moment? Damn it, don't shout at me. I'm sorry, Peter. What do you want anyway? I was wondering if you could tell me some of the stories about Tassing. Oh, the old tales, huh? He still coughs, of course. I mean, look at him. It's been so damn long since anyone had a thought to ask me about what I know. But there's still a few of the old tales knocking about in this skull. Do you know any Roman legends about Tassing? Roman legends? Pah! I don't bother with stories from outsiders of Tales of the gods that aren't our own. Yeah, I remember that part. The Romans did nothing but conquer over people and destroy this town. We spent generations after generation building Tossing back up from those days. And still, our traditions keep dying, yeah, with no one to carry them on. Only Ursula's giving a damn about them these days. Oh, I remember small Ursula, tiny Ursula. That's what I want to know, Peter. These stories need to be on the mural. The mural? Fine, fine. But I don't know any of the old Roman shit. I'll go to the, I'll take Magdalene to the ruins and we will see what we can learn there. So what can you tell me about the myths of Tossing? Plenty. The Romans weren't the first ones to live here, you know. There are spirits older than the saints that live in these woods, older than the Romans. They protected Tossing before St. Moritz ever set a blessed foot in town. Now let's be inquisitive. I don't care about Father Thomas at the moment. What sorts of spirits? The sort that I'm getting at. Didn't your father teach you patience, Magdalene? I'm sorry. You old geezer. Sorry. It's Perchta, of course it's Perchta, and the Wild Hunt that scared them evil ones away. They've protected Tossing since its founding day. Long before those Romans, our ancestors roamed these mountains under a great chieftain called Raetus. Now, folk weren't as kind as they are now, and the tribes fought one another for the best land. Yeah, it was like that, wasn't it? The old chieftain was a yellow-bellied coward who neglected the old gods. He was too proud to make offerings, and he got punished. Because of him, the gods favored other tribes, and Raetus's people had no land to call their own. Instead, they wandered through these mountains and valleys, hunting and gathering what they could to survive. Huh, so they were travelers? Oh, nomadic of sorts? One day, when winter was approaching, Raetus went hunting and found a wounded wolf tangled in a trap. But instead of killing the beast, as most men would, he held the beast and loosened it from its bounds. Let's go with this. Was the wolf a spirit in disguise? Of course not. Wolves are wolves, girl. Spirits don't need the skins of animals for their power. Still, you got the sense of the thing. The old gods are keen to repay favors done, and Perchta is the goddess of the wild hunt. The wolves are her animals. She leads the wild hunt, and the wolves lead the hunts of the forests. Back in my day, folk knew it was bad luck to kill a wolf. Now I'm the only one who remembers these things. Perchta saw Raetus's action and took favor on him, and told the wolf to lead the chief to her sacred spring. Yeah, we heard the tale before. Raetus led these people to the spring and claimed it... Raetus led his people to the spring and claimed it for his homeland, and we've been in this valley ever since. And those goddamn Romans came and destroyed everything, but you see, there were other gods protecting this place before St. Moritz. That's why a few of us still honor Perchta. She protects us against witches and fiends. I'm gonna go with the first bit. It's a wonderful story, perfect for the first part of the mural. Good. Nice to know I can still be of some use in this town. I have a lot to think about. Thank you for sharing your stories with me, Peter. At least someone wants to listen to me. Little Ursula used to sit by me years ago and listen to everything about the old customs, so we might want to talk to Ursula, right? Too busy for that now, of course, but you might talk to her. She might remember more than I know. Used to listen to the widow too. Old Ottilia knew more about the old ways than any of us. She's still about. I'm tired. Talking so much has made my jaw ache. I'll leave you to rest then. God bless you, Peter. Let's see. Yo, do you know where Ursula is? Ah, Magdalene. How are the hinges on your doors? Excuse me? The door hinges at home, are they in good working order? be honest, I never really checked. I'm more worried about taking care of the press than looking at door hinges. Right, right. Maybe Andres should take a look at them. Okay, I guess. I would have asked your father, but, well... Anyway, you shouldn't believe how many people in this... you wouldn't believe how many people in this town leave their hinges to rust. I didn't realize you had such an interest in hinges. Oh, it's not in my interest in particular. It's not my interest in particular. Paul would like to institute a yearly check of all homes in Tassing. It does seem a bit nosy to me. Why not just let folks take care of themselves? That's my thinking too. I don't see why we need to make this whole thing official. Everyone in Tassing helps each other. As I see it, if someone notices a house in disrepair, we all pitch in to fix it. Oh, I would love for that to be the case in today's society, man. We strayed so far from this, and it's just shocking, innit? Maybe in the smaller communities this is still happening, but still, I've been enough around the world and saw a lot of small communities to see that that's not really the case, because you see a lot of houses that are, you know, a lot worse shape than others. To do anything else would be unchristian. But if Paul wants to see it through, I'm happy to go along with it. Makes me feel useful, you know. Well, that's not the way how it should be useful, does it? Speaking of it, I'd better get back to work. Nice to chat with you, Magda. See you later, Jorg. Let's check inside. That's Veronica. Clara. I don't... where could Ursula be? Hello, Magdalene. How is the mural going? I hope my husband hasn't been bothering you about it too much. No, the consul has left me to work for the most part. I think Oates has something to do with that. That boy has his eye on you, Magda. At least he's using his authority to do some good. Usually that lot just meddle around in things that are best left alone. Oh, okay. Those men are bad influences on each other, if you ask me. Huh. Now they're chattering about a yearly check of the hinges on every door in town. Hinges? Who gives a damn if the hinges on our front door creak? To be fair, if your hinges creak, the door's integrity is at stake. Well, that will take over, right? Yes, well, I don't need to check every door in my house every year like it's a feast day. If there's a creaky hinge, I'll hear it. Well, fair enough. Anyway, I think it's good of you to be working on the mural. I wish Artemis and Apollo would take interest in something like that. Well, speaking of, have you seen them around anywhere? I bet they're going to be at the salt mines or on that part of the map. I asked them to look after the chickens, but they disappeared. I haven't seen them recently, but they like to mess around in the forest. Maybe they wander off there, says Magdalene. Ugh, this town isn't that big. I don't know where they get to that I can't find them, says Veronica. And that was a hassle. Father Thomas says there's only so much trouble because I named them after Greek gods. Oh. He says those names have power, but I still like them. Besides, Apollo and Artemis were good gods of virtues, yeah. If anything, they should be more well-behaved. They have time. Names have only as much power as we allow them to have. Can every Greek name really invoke pagan gods? Maybe you're right. Father Thomas spends too much time in his books. Yeah, I don't really like the direction. I mean, I do understand because of the times, you know, he's set in his ways, so there's nothing to do about it. He's not going to be happy if I do Pechta and the Royal Hunt on the first part of the mural, will he? So, besides, then he'd be in a poor state. Father Thomas, the doubter. Haha. Anyway, I better go find those rascals. Good luck on the mural, Magdalene. Thanks, Veronica. Until later. She sits right there. Let's have a little chat with Clara. Hello, Magdalene, dear. How are you? How's Klaus? It's hard to know for certain. One day he seems well, and the next I can hardly understand his words. Oh, Magdalene, I'll keep praying for you both. The both of you deserve the best. Life's been hard enough for you already. Please let me know if you need any help around the house. I'll be happy to help. Oh, thank you, Clara. That's very kind of you. I've been so busy in the house. I've left the house go a bit. Not to worry. I'll come by and help. Oh, that's so nice of her, you know, because we promised Klaus that we're gonna keep the household going, right? Besides, then we can chat and chatter. Makes chores pass quickly. With all my children up and grown, and no husband to take care of anymore, to care for anymore, sorry. I've got to make myself useful somehow. Yeah. Why bother? You could spend your days relaxing instead of doing chores. I don't think I'd be able to do that even if I tried. Maybe that's her way of relaxing, right? Some people are like that. I know people like that. Jorg and Veronica are capable of caring for their own household now. Eva is taking care of Oats. Oh. And Ursula and Fabian have their own life together, so we have to go and search. Okay. So that's what Ursula is. They don't need me anymore. You sound sad. Ah, well, I suppose I am. I thank God that my children are well grown and prospering. But I do feel there's been something missing in my life. After so many years of tending to them and maintaining a home, I don't know what else to do. Let's be empathetic. I understand. I wouldn't know what to do if I couldn't keep working in the printing press. You are a driven one, Magdalene. The Lord has given you a gift. Never let anyone take that from you, even though you're young. You'll make a good life for yourself that way. I won't, I promise. Good. Anyway, I'll come by later, alright? I'll see you then, Clara. God bless you, Magdalene. Okay, now let's go and find Ursula. I'll see you guys there. I managed to find Black Till in the process, so let's have a little chat with him. Let's see what he knows. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, Till. Do you have a moment? Of course. What do you need? Oh, it says you've been obsessed with your painting. I'm looking into the early history of Tassing for the first part of the mural. Mother Limnata said your grandfather read about the history of the town. Yeah, let's cut the chase. Let's get into it. Fertile lands, that is. Seemed like old pot shards and Latin trivia were all over the... were all he ever talked about. All of Grandad's reading came from the Abbey's library door. And you know what happened there? Poof! Up in smoke. So you don't have any of his old books? Only a few. Grandad tried to bind some when the Abbey fell on hard times, but they were too expensive. Yeah, I remember him saying that. But I can show you something better than books. Evidence? Something like that. See, we don't have any books on the old pagans, but we do have their stuff. Shards of ceramic pots and animals, bricks from what looks to be an old forge, mountains of salt. He even found a little bear carved from amber. Where did you find all this stuff? It's not just me. Carl finds things. Fabian too. Any farmer will tell you the same, right? Because they're tilling the earth, so... Let's put a face. That's Carl. I remember Carl. And Fabian. We need to go and see Fabian anyway. He's Ursula's husband. It's all out there in the fields under the dirt. Can't go one season without turning up something. Where are you keeping these things? Nowhere. We just toss them into piles with the rest of the rocks and root clumps. Root clumps, actually. Sure, it's interesting, but we can't do much of anything with the stuff except look at it. Oh, wow. What do you think it all means? A curator out there is having a fit seeing this. I don't follow. Where do you think they all went? I expect a lot of them were killed by the Romans. Or each other. We find bones too. Oh, like human sacrifice? No, feels like more skirmishes or regular burials. They're arranged all nice or else in big clumps. All mixed up with spearheads and axes and shields. Yeah, former battles, I guess. Not so different from today, really. Earlier, you mentioned something about salt. Did the pagans start the mine? Because we saw that earlier and we couldn't interact with it with Andreas. Had to have, I say. Most people think it was a Roman project, but I think the Romans just dug out what was already there. That's why tassing was so important to Romans in the first place. Salt! It makes sense. Salt has 1,000,001 uses. So tassing wasn't just on the Imperial Road. They made a road come through tassing. Do you think there's anything left of the pagans down there? I don't know, but anything they left would have to be better preserved than what we dig out of the fields. Magdalene, tell me what I'm thinking of going down there. Yeah, I bet it's going to be dangerous. What if there's stuff that could help me with the mural? Magdalene? That mine is hundreds of years old. You could break your neck just getting in there, yeah, and it could collapse. It's worth it for the mural. Oh, wow. I want to try my best for that. Imagine how your dad would feel if you got hurt. Ah, and ka-ching! I love when this happens. Then help me get down safely, and he won't have to worry. Success! You're bullheaded, just like your mother. And your father. Probably couldn't keep you out of there if I tried. Fine. Come on then. Please steal. Alright, alright. Don't know how to get there myself, down there myself, but I know those twins have gotten in a time or two. No doubt they have a trick. And Baltus might not be the most reliable man, but I don't doubt he could rig something up for you too. Thank you, Till. Don't mention it. I'm serious. Don't. I wanted to say that. This has been of big help. Glad to spread some knowledge around. Important for folks to know their past. It is, isn't it? So we don't make the same mistakes. And we're still doing it, right? You think all the pagan stuff will make it into the mural? I can bring some of the things the boys and I have found over to the rat house tomorrow, if that help at all. That would be great. Yeah, I would love that. I'm glad you're taking an interest, Magdalene. I thought no one cared about the pagans, but me and my granddad. I should warn you, if you do head into the forest, keep an eye out for the lordsmen. Oh, they're strict. Worse now than they used to be. I'll be careful until tomorrow. Until then. Ask Apollo and Artemis for help, right? Because they know how to go about it. Hey Eva, how are we doing? Magda, darling. Oats isn't here, I'm afraid. Oh, that's alright. I can find him later. I think he wandered off toward the rat house. He was just outside. Something about the console, but if you ask me, I think he's looking for you. Doesn't he do any real work? Oh, yes. He's always working on town council business these days. And he's still working at mastering carpentry too. Well, that's good actually. I suggested a few years ago that he take up an apprenticeship. But he was determined to remain in tassing. I think he's more comfortable here, even if that means he'll never be the craftsman Otto was. I help him how I can, but there's only so much I know how to do. Besides, I think he feels like he's taking care of me instead of the other way around. Funny how time does that. I think Dad misses Mom, even after all these years. Do you ever miss Otto? Every day. I see him in the little things Otts does. The way he smiles or how he laughs. I miss my husband, but I'm proud of Otts. He's growing into a capable young man. I'm excited to see him grow into a husband and father. He'll make a wonderful partner. Oh my god. Hint, hint. If he ever grows up, that is. He still acts like a boy half the time. Oh, that's the way of man. Is it though? The Lord gave them lofty spirits that need to exert themselves. I guess I was like that in my 20s. Give it time, Magdalene. You'll see. All men are tempered by marriage. Most. Say most. I will say most. Not all. If you say so. Anyway, I'm sure you have things to do. I'll let you get back to them, says Eva. Always good to see you, Magda. You too, Eva. Right. Who's this little bundle of joy? Christina. Hi, Magda. Hello, Christina. What are you doing today? Helping Mom. Ots is right. You're really pretty. Oh, no. Oh, thank you, Christina. You're really pretty too. Hee Thank you. Don't tell. It's a secret. I definitely won't. Haha. You're funny, Magda. I know. Black Teal's stories. Right, let's have a look at the journal. It might be time for me to stop for the day, right? I have to go and see Balthasar now. And I have to actually go to the charcoal burner still. And to the old salt mine, right? Kirsau Abbey. Oh, wow. It's kind of destroyed, right? Because of the fire. I have to go up there and check. This is, yeah. Okay. Let's read the journal first. Apollo and Artemis are always up to no good around the old salt mine. I should ask them if they know a safe way down the shaft. I'll need some tools to help me down the mine shaft safely. I'll get Balthas. I bet Balthas has something that can help me. Right, I'll go there first, right? Because I trust an inventor a lot more than I trust Apollo and Artemis at the moment, at least. Blacktail told me that farmers in Chasing have found all sorts of tools and fragments of pottery from our pagan ancestors who once lived here. Okay, yeah. So he will bring them over if I want to illustrate them in the mural. It would make for a spectacular scene in the mural, but maybe just showing how our ancestor once lived will be a good thing. Yeah, I think it's a good middle ground between Pechta and the actual pagan ancestors, not necessarily their gods, you know. It won't freak out Father Thomas. We still have to write to Matthew, right? Okay, cool. So let's go to our inventor and see what he's up to. What was the way? I think it was this way, right? Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Hinges? Hello, Magdalene. How is Klaus? Alive, and that's what matters. Did you discover who attacked him? No, whoever it was, they left no sign. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised. We're actually not looking into that at all. Seeing how the game was until now based on that type of investigation. Now I'm doing more of research rather than investigation, which is cool too. It's up my alley. I love this. A terrible crime. Terrible, says Andres. May God look after you both. We've had enough tragedy in this town. Fortunately, Dr. Stoltz appears to have found his purpose. Yeah, he does seem to have come around, right? I've noticed that as well. I think I mentioned it. I remember him being so sad when I was a girl. Ha! You're still a girl. He was once the picture of arrogance, masked as sadness, I think. Yeah, it was like that. Like to talk about how he was destined for better places than this backwater alpine town. How he was meant for the courts of kings. No longer, he grew up. Did the revolt change him? Change everyone, says Andres. But he's the one who saw the bodies. Oh, wow. He's not a heartless man, Magdalene. He deserves our compassion. Well, everyone deserves a second chance, right? But I shouldn't gossip. At least we got something out of him because he used to dismiss this straight away. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. Hinges. I will. Thank you for your kindness, Andres. It's nothing. I owe your father more than I can say. Take care, Magdalene. Wow, okay. A little bit of exposition in Werner, right? I can smell the anise on the breeze. It reminds me of when I was little. I always bought anise cakes from Gret to help soothe my stomach when I was ill. Oh, that's actually very interesting. Steinauer house, and then we have Craft is working away, and that's the church, and that's actually that's our house, right? That's how you see it. Cool, different perspective. Craft, Magdalene, and let's see who's inside here. It's Agnes and probably, if I remember correctly, Lucky, right? He's the husband here. Because his was a stonemason, and I guess Craft picked it up. I guess what we're seeing is the clock from the house, right? Let's have a little chat with Carl. Oh, good day, Mistress Druckeryn. Oh, very respectful of him. Stoltz, that's the doctor, and Eisenkopf. Let's see. Oh, hello. Gagnazio. Oh, that's an interesting name. I can't place it anywhere. Geographically speaking, right? Malta's workshop. I wonder if you can do another lesson soon. Let's start with him. Ciao, Magdalene. Okay, so he's Italian. I placed it very fast. That's it. Okay. Let's speak with him. Balthasar, about maybe something that can help me explore the mine. Assault mine safely, I guess. Magdalene! Yes? The cinnamon just arrived for the beer. Oh, wow. Isn't that the spice? Yes, with many wonderful properties. I mean, it does have quite wonderful properties. I love cinnamon. The copper pots you helped me pipe are part of the process. Oh, no, let's not. Nope. Let's not antagonize him. Huh. It's for the Christmas celebration. Oh, tell me we get to spend Christmas in Tassing. Already, we're barely into November. I bet he works, he's the one who inspired all of the shops, right? I don't know how is it where you guys live. Please let me know in the comments. But, for example, Christmas. If you go in a shop, you get all the Christmas merchandise the very next day after Halloween. All of the Halloween one is gone. You have Christmas stuff. So that's crazy early, you know, even earlier than November. So yeah, the wheel of time stops for no man, but it's going to be wonderful. Cinnamon, coffee from Ethiopia, cacao from the New World. Oh, I love all of that. Jesu Christu. Cla Danaru face tutto. Oh. Jesus Christ. He who has the money can do everything. Problem? Of course not. It's your money. Oh, interesting. Anyway, yeah, anyway. I'm quite excited about it. Yeah, we can see. Clearly. As such, alchemy is not normally my strongest suit. Yeah, I don't know. Should I trust him? Because I remember Andreas talking with him and he doesn't seem quite sure about his stuff. And for all of Nazio's complaints about the cost, the base rye we're using is free. Really? Yes, says Balthasar. The farmers had so much rye this year, they just couldn't use it all. Gret made as much bread with it as she could, but she wound up having to throw a lot out. So why not make beer? Yes, why not? Come on, let's encourage him. Thank you, says Balthasar. Do you know Tassing Salt Mine? Yeah, that's a swerve right there. I need to find a way in. Any chance you could help me? To get into the salt mine, yes. You must be on quite the adventure. At least he's not telling me off for it, right? Ideally, we could rig up a double pulley system to lower and raise yourself in the shaft. But that might take a while. Well, I would like to go in today if possible. Oh, wow. Of course. Would a good length of rope suffice? You could brace against the wall of the mine shaft. That's not very safe, is it? Are you strong enough to support your own weight? Against the wall? I think so. Excellent. Thank you, Baltus. Of course. Here you go. Don't be do be careful, though. Make sure the ropes are secure. I will, until later. Good luck, Magdalene. And make sure it doesn't rub against anything, you know? I grew in a place very close to the mountains, so any mountaineer would tell you, you know, when you do this stuff, if it rubs, it can snap, and then you're gonna be in all sorts of trouble. Ciao, ciao, bella. This is the doctor's house. Let's have a little bit of a look inside. Oh, actually, I can interact with that. That house is the biggest building in Tassing. Well, yeah. Balthas's clock took ages to build and play, so it's his clock. Okay, let's go in. Let's see. So this is gonna be my our canvas. Let's say. Oh wow, beautiful. Okay, cool. There's a lot of scenes there though to complete. Right, I think this is a appropriate moment for me to stop before moving forward with our research. And for once, we're not doing a murder investigation. It's proper research, which I love. I love this this slight change of you know, of the subject. Let's say, although the printer Klaus was attacked, and I would like to know who's behind all of this. Probably someone who doesn't want his representation of Tassing's past to be, you know, to be used, you know, in the Rat House as a mural. Now, we play as Magdalene, and we took on that very big task of doing the mural, and we're doing research to actually do something that Klaus is proud of, and I feel a little bit of my bias pouring into this. You know, I want to be as accurate as possible. I absolutely I don't want to say hated, but I didn't like it at all how in a lot of situations, you know, religion interfered and you know, meddled, so maybe some representations weren't as accurate as we would like them to be, right? But I won't get into that. Yeah, I'm liking the change of pace. I don't necessarily like the fact that I'm not playing as Andreas. I got used to him. I do hope we're gonna hear more, I don't know, from that side of the story. Let's say Kaspar, Sabine, something, I don't know. How is it going to be linked? I don't know. But yeah, I love the research that I'm doing at the moment with Magdalene as the main character. And I can't wait to find out some more. Very intriguing stuff we're doing, right? Thank you for joining me along this wonderful journey. And of course, I'll see you next time. Bye.